All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Okay, now Lizzo, I guess, felt like she needed to check some all right, so apparently she wasn't feeling Young Miami and what Young Miami had to say about her in regards to her weight and just things like that on Club Shay Shay, okay, in her Shannon Sharp interview. So it's gonna get ugly.
Shit gonna get ugly.
Okay. But here's the thing. Club Shay Shay is the messiest place on earth to go. That is a messy old man. It's no tea. And people know they're going up there to get set up. And what I like about him, though, he just don't care. He'll ask the questions and he'll get you going. But, you know, Young Miami, she gets it because she does the same thing. So shout out to them. Shout out to her. But it's just interesting now, like, her podcast used to be the place where the girls go. Now it's like, she's now having to go to him. Like, he has the messiest podcast in the game, and he's like the big interview place. It used to be Creature Please, but now it's Club Shay Shay. So shout out to him for that. But we're going to get into this Lizzo piece. Lizzo wasn't feeling what she said, but we're going to get into what she said first, and we're going to get into the phone call that Lizzo made to her, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts. So let's see. Let's get to it. Hold on.
Push women to get cosmetic surgery, be it BBL, fillers, things of that nature. Why you feel that?
Because it's just like, when you got a natural body, you look like a little boy. You don't got no sex appeal. You this and you that. When you do get the BBL, it's like, oh my God, your body fake. It's like, if you natural, they hate you. If you got a BBL, they hate you. What do you want? Like, people, I'm gonna just use this, like Lizzo, for example.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh my God, she's so fat. She looks so good now.
Right.
Now it's like, oh my God, ew.
She done had surgery. She done got life.
Yeah, like, oh my God, she need to stop. Like, what? Like, pick a side. What do you want?
Feel like society push women.
Okay. Real quick, what is Young Miami promoting? Because she's like everywhere right now, and I'm like, why is she doing all these interviews? Let me know in the comments, because I don't really follow her like that. I'm just saying she's doing a lot of, like, she's like on a promo run, a press run. So I'm trying to figure out what is it that she has coming out. But anyway, let's get back to what was going on here.
Oh, she's so fat, right? I remember that. But then they were like, ew. What is the ew? I have to know.
Like, you know, like, people when you before, like, your weight loss, people used to be like, oh my God, she need to lose weight, she too fat, that shit not cute. That's what I was pertaining to, that part. Like, people just was like, oh my God, she need to lose weight, that shit not cute. Like, that was the ew that I was pertaining to.
Oh, got you. Because you were like, and then she looks so good, and people are like, ew, because Shay Shay was like, oh, because what, she did surgery, or she did, you know what I mean? She's on Ozempic or whatever. Was that, I thought that you were kind of referring to, actually, I thought you were saying I got too little.
No. So what I'm saying now is, like, people always have something to say. You know, like, women is like, you need to lose weight. Then you lose weight, and it's like, oh my God, that don't look good on her. She, like, you just can never be,
right.
People can never be, like, it's them if you do, them if you don't. It's kind of like what I was trying to say. Because it's like, for instance, sometimes I see some people saying, like, everybody say you look good, but then you have the little 5% that's just like, she looked better when she was fat.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just them if you do, them if you don't. But you're doing it for yourself, not these people. But I just was just referencing to, like, you can't make nobody happy, and they always got something to say when it comes to a woman's body. Why? I don't know. Like, why y'all always picking on women's body? It's like, you don't get surgery, and it's like, you got a little boy body. Oh my God, she need to gain weight. She too skinny. Or you like a little boy. Then you do get a BBL. We don't like BBLs. We like natural bodies. So why would you get surgery? Like,
Yep. It's never enough.
especially when it comes to women's body, I don't understand what be the big issue anyway.
Okay, so that was that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wish I would have watched the full live stream, and I wish I would have watched the full interview, because I wanted to see how she got on the phone with her. I didn't watch the full stream. I didn't watch the interview, and I just got the clips online. But from what I'm gathering here, it's very clear what Young Miami meant. Like, I mean, I don't like her. Everybody knows I'm not a Young Miami fan. But at the end of the day, come on. The girl said what she said, and it was very clear. So I'm not understanding why Lizzo was so confused. I feel like Lizzo is super sensitive because, girl, you might be, feeling a little insecure because you're on your own Zip-Pick or whatever you're doing, and you're heightened, and you feel like people are commenting on your weight, and you're feeling like, am I getting too small? So you're projecting. I feel like Lizzo was projecting in that moment because she's like, oh, I thought you were thinking I was getting too small. Well, no, girl, that's what you're thinking, or you're afraid that people are going to say something. So I don't know if it's the Ozempic that you're taking or the diet that you're on, or if there's something else going on and you're feeling like, oh my God, am I getting too small? Are people noticing it? Versus like, yeah, girl, I'm in my prime. I'm feeling good. I'm losing weight. I don't know. But Young Miami clearly was just saying like, girl, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. It's like if women can have BBLs and then people complain, but if they don't have the BBL, people are still complaining. So that's all she was saying. And the ill statement was just kind of like, ill, she looks too skinny. That's not what Young Miami was saying. She pretty much was saying that's what other people are saying. You can't win for losing. So I think Lizzo, first of all, calling her on live stream, I'm not really sure why she did that. That conversation could have been handled privately. And I'm hoping that she prepped Young Miami for that to be recorded on live. I can't imagine that she wouldn't have said, hey, girl, I'm going to call you. I'm on live and I just want to talk to you about it. But if she didn't do that, she's messy as hell. And if I was Young Miami, I'd feel some type of way like, girl, did you want it to look like you called me, checking me? Like, why would you do that? First of all, for this to be public like that, clearly Lizzo felt a way. But this also tells me you've been feeling a way about Young Miami or something in or around her, and you felt like she said something like she was been moving funny. Like, because it's like, why would you immediately call her on live? We didn't need to know that, right? And we also don't know the proximity that they have to one another. So we don't know the inner workings of who they know, what happens behind the scenes. So, but for you to call somebody up like this, even if it was online or offline, for you to feel like you got to like get clarity on the situation, you've already been watching her and feeling like, okay, she's a shady girl. And if she ever tries it, I'm going to call her because she's not going to play with me like that. It's given that you and your friends, whoever they are, talk about Young Miami or have talked about her in a group chat before and was like, girl, if she ever come this way, I'm going to check some because why would you respond like this? Why would you feel like you need to call her? I just feel like you either deemed her as messy and you were like, you either deemed her as messy and you felt like, hey, if she ever tries me, I'm going to come for her, or you're just hella insecure right now when you shouldn't be. Lizzo, you look great. You're doing your thing, but I'm not understanding why make the phone call. I feel like the phone call was unnecessary, whether it was on camera or off camera. You didn't need to call. You could have watched that and broke it down to yourself and was like, I get what she's saying, because it was clear. It was clear what she was saying. So I don't think that Young Miami, and I love how Young Miami didn't really back down, and she wasn't really offensive or defensive. Like, she wasn't on the defense because it was like, girl, I mean, I said what I said, but it had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with you like that. Like, I was just articulating my point based upon the fact that, women get judged for their bodies at every turn. So, yeah, I'm sorry that you took it that way, but it wasn't no tea. And in the piece that Lizzo needs to understand, Young Miami's ghetto as hell, so she just says things. But even in that instance, she didn't say anything wrong. So I think that Lizzo is just being a little bit paranoid, a little oversensitive, and that was a bit unnecessary. And then, two, to go on live. Now, if y'all didn't ever have a problem, I feel like there's a little tension there. Like, things like this, when this happens, and then, like, the public gets involved, now we're all talking about it, and it's going viral. Now, if I'm Young Miami, I don't like you. We cool, but you kind of tried it like you was checking me, girl, and you was not really checking me, but I don't really want to get in that bag with you. I cleared it up, but don't call me on live stream, passively, aggressively trying to check my temperature. Because what? Why are we on live? For the comments to come and drag it? Because that's what it's kind of given. Lizzo thought that she wanted to go live, say her piece, get Young Miami's piece, and then let the comments be the juror and decide who was right and who was wrong. And honestly, girl, the comments are not really on your side like that. You look messy as hell. And if I'm Young Miami, at this point, Lizzo is Lizzo. She cool, whatever, but she's weird, and I don't wear her like that. And it's clear that Lizzo really didn't rock with Young Miami like that, because you wouldn't have thought immediately she was trying to play in your face. The only time you immediately think someone is trying to play in your face is if you already have a preconceived notion that you don't like them, or they're messy, or you've deemed them as somebody that you got to watch because they move in a weird way. And so that's why I feel like Lizzo was very reactionary when it came to Young Miami, because something about Young Miami, Lizzo has already told herself that she don't really vibe with her like that. And now if I'm Young Miami and I didn't even realize that or know that, it's very clear now that Lizzo really wasn't feeling me like that, or she's been feeling some type of way, low key. But then to call me online and then let the comments, and you know that it's going to be a headline the next day. Girl, I said what I said. It wasn't no tea, but don't call me again. Because the next time, I'm not going to be so nice. The next time, I'm not going to play with you. I let you have it. I cleared it up. But you're not calling me, checking me about nothing. And the only reason why it's given that is because you went online. So I don't know if, and it's clear that they don't talk. It's clear that they're not friends. So it's like, don't call me every time you feel like, oh, what did I say about you in an interview? If I said what I said, I said what I said. You don't like it? I don't give a, like, you know what I mean? Especially if I know that I wasn't talking reckless or crazy about you. So I think that Lizzo misunderstood it as being hypersensitive. Young Miami said absolutely nothing wrong. A freaking blind man and a deaf man could hear and see what she meant, because it was very clear. You didn't have to try to break it down and try to interpret or guess and check. It was very clear. So I think it's all in Lizzo's head, and she's super paranoid right now. Those are my thoughts. But if I'm Young Miami, yeah, I'm cool off her. Yeah, I'm good. Because now, in my opinion, if I'm Young Miami, Lizzo's a weirdo. Because what were you doing? And why are you thinking of me that way? Girl, you could have called me privately for that, and we could have cleared it up. And then even after that, I would have thought you was a weirdo, because girls like, what? Don't call me for nothing petty and stupid like that. Like, call your mama and ask her what she meant, what she thought I meant. Like, don't call me for nothing like that, because I wasn't being shady towards you. But I would, if you do feel like you want to call me because you were genuinely confused, I'd respect you calling me behind the scenes, because this didn't have to be on air. And I don't care what I said about you on air. It wasn't messy. So, and that wasn't a headline. Nobody was dragging it. Nobody had been talking about it. Lizzo, you've now made this a thing. Everybody else had moved on because they understood it. This interview had been out. So, what are we doing? Why are you, what's your pressure with me? Why are you just all of a sudden feel like you need to call me and, understand what I said? Like, girl, what's really the issue? Like, have you been feeling some type of way? Who are you talking to? Like, what's your tea? Like, how do you think? What do you think? Who do you think I am? What do you think about me? Because I feel like you feel something about me, because you would immediately think I'm coming for you. That comes from a place. But what place did that come from? Or who did that come from? And what group chat am I being discussed in where, y'all are basically saying, she ever try me, I'm on that. That's what that's giving me. So, I don't know. I think, girl, it's a mess. And at the end of the day, it really wasn't that serious. And Lizzo, if you didn't have to do that. And if I'm Young Miami, don't call me again, because you're not checking nothing over here, boo. So, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Did you think that was even necessary? Do you think that Lizzo overthought it? How do you feel like Young Miami handled the situation? Until next time, keep that same energy, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you haven't done so, please like this video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, until next time, I will see you soon. Peace out.